Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our first and only live stream of today. We are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've got two flights planned for today. Our first one, we are going to fly in the Cub Crafter X-Cub Floats. We're going to take off here from this bay, and we are going to go inland a little bit, come across the coast. We will kind of go right by the area where the Cannes Film Festival takes place every year, or used to. I don't know if they still do it in person, but anyway, we're going to fly right by there, come across, and then we're going to land here on the water near St Tropez. So, should be a nice short flight, and then we're going to have an additional flight where, we'll talk about that when we get ready to do the second portion of our stream for today. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Give everybody a minute or two to get in here. We don't need to start quite just yet. I'm going to have another sip of coffee and we'll get started in a moment. Now, originally I was going to do a different aircraft, but it seemed to be, I wasn't quite sure how stable it was going to be. So I looked around at some of the other planes that can take off and land on the water, and I thought this one seemed to be a bit more, I feel like this one's going to be a little bit easier to handle as we fly across the coast here. So let's get in here and get started. And we'll be up in the air in just a moment. Kind of nice to have a break from the from F2 today and tomorrow. So, yeah. But we will incorporate a bit of racing today. I can assure you, it's going to be interesting. All right. So we don't have to really take off, or we're not talking to a tower like we normally would be on a regular runway. All right, let's just have a look here around. Yeah. Nice view from the harbor there. Morning, Mick. How are you? We can put the strobe lights on. We don't need the landing lights on, obviously. All right, let's get in the air. Oh, I think we can get in the air now. And away we go. Oops.
Approach Dalton 237 is type Cub Crafter CC-19 1 miles west of Lima Foxtrot Alpha Zulu 700 feet. Request flight following.
Ears up for
Dalton 237 needs approach. Squawk 1014. Squawk 1014 Dalton 237. Dalton 237 radar contact 2 miles west of Lima Foxtrot Alpha Zulu 800 feet. Altimeter 29 decimal 9 2.
Gears up for water landing.
Roger, Dalton 237.
Gears up for water landing. 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 Gears up for water landing.
I don't know
Gears
why I
up
keep
for
getting
water
that
landing.
warning. Yeah, I know. Gear
Gears
is
up
up
for
for
water
water
landing.
landing. There we go. Ugh. Good Lord, that was going to annoy me. Now, I didn't practice any takeoffs or landings from water, so I don't quite know what to expect here shortly. Oops. Oh. So, I'm going to try my best to land. I didn't, like I said, I didn't practice any sort of water landings yet, so hopefully we're going to nail this on the first try. I'm going to try to capture the Palais des Festivals, where the Cannes Film Festival takes place. Very posh event. If posh is your thing. So, yeah. And usually in the media coverage, you see the harbor there behind the area where the film festival takes place. It's usually very picturesque. I think most of the folks probably fly into the airport there, all the movie stars and Hollywood types, the producers, the directors, and all the other numpties. Yeah, very small plane. Only room for two. Now it does have, ironically, it has a throttle in the back seat, so I don't know if it means that the person back here can fly as well as a person up front. Like if something were to happen, basically, I kind of feel like there's a co-pilot sort of situation back here. I don't know. And I was looking, before we started flying, I was looking at all these switches back here, but I don't think those are fuses, I think. Yeah, none of that stuff works. I don't know what the ELT does. There's for our flaps. Ooh, wow, we are getting kind of high here. That is way higher than we actually need to be. So I figure what we're going to do is we're going to come into the harbor there, where we've got the mark, and then we're going to kind of come around and get do our approach there into our landing there. So hopefully it's going to be a nice picturesque situation here as we come in. So nice to see everybody here, whoever's here. I know Mick's here. Mick's in the back seat with us today. Since Mick was the first one here, Mick gets the back seat. Yeah, I got this nice big open window along the top here. Really nice views, I would imagine. Especially if you're flying at night, you could look up and see the stars. Wow, we are still climbing. cannot get this thing to trim out now. Hello, Bets. Yeah, it does, Mick. When I picked this one over the one that originally I was going to use, I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect, you know. I think these are the ones that you could do a lot of these bush trips in, and all that. So, Bex is in the house. Whoop whoop. Well, and this one does have an autopilot system down here. It has an approach. There's the autopilot, flight director, and all that. I thought about trying to do the flight with the autopilot on, but I was like, eh. I was wanting to be a lot lower, and obviously that's kind of, this thing just wants to keep climbing, and I'm trying to get it to stop climbing so we can start getting ready for our descent there into the bay there. You got up in time. Well done. Oh boy. One of these days she's gonna beat you to the front seat there, Mick. Just been in town now, walking home. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you have a safe walk home. We need you on Sunday, Bex. We need Science Sunday to happen. There we go. Science Sunday on Astroneer. Featuring Mick and Bex. Hello, Ryan. How are you? Nice to see you here. We will be there. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be difficult next Sunday when there is no Science Sunday. We'll have to do maybe a couple of longer flights or something. Oh, doing so many bus runs as we were short drivers. Oh, well, I guess that helps you out financially though, Ryan. Get the overtime and everything. But then again, you don't have any time to enjoy it. Sometimes I feel it's a curse when people know that you're reliable, because then you become so reliable that you can't enjoy your time off, you know? That's not much of an existence. You know? All right. Well, yeah, I figured this would be kind of fun to do since we flew into the Valley Airport there the other day. It's for St Tropez. So, yeah, I figured this would be kind of a fun thing to do. Man, about town. Ryan might be the new James Bond of bus drivers. He's a bus driver of mystery. A little foggy here today. Well, not too bad actually. Just kind of low clouds maybe. Got I can see all the way across town. I can see the blinking lights of the radio towers way across town. But yeah, a little cool this morning as well. A little bit of a breeze. Yeah, nice little short flight to start things off. So I went back and found the Castellet airport there, right next to the Circuit Paul Ricard, and we're gonna fly there. Now, my intention was to fly near as close to Magny Cours as possible. Now, they're surprisingly for a very famous French racing circuit, there is, I would have thought, forget, it's all speed and forget brakes. I would have thought there would have been an airport there right by the course, by the circuit, and there isn't. So I found it's not close, but it would seem to be, it would be the airport that most drivers would fly to, and then they would take a helicopter from there to the track itself. Because I'm sure there's plenty of land, places where helicopters can drop people off and then take off again. So we're gonna fly there. It's just over an hour, I think. So once we land here, whatever that landing looks like. Yeah, we'll change over to the Beechcraft 350i and fly up there. We'll be flying as Orbit Airlines today, the airline partner of our Global Freightways. Since they both have like the weird circle with something orbiting around it or whatever. Global, I figure Global and Orbit are, from within the same company. So there we go. All right, so we're going to come in here over the St Tropez Harbor, the bay, whatever. And we should get ready to land here shortly. Now I'm going to ask them, I'm going to call them in for
Lima Foxtrot, uniform traffic Dalton 237 4 miles northeast 2,600 feet inbound to land runway 7 water.
There we go.
Foxtrot, uniform traffic Dalton 237 3 miles northeast 2,400 feet inbound to land runway 7 water.
Well, here we go, folks. Might as well go ahead and get some flaps down now so we can get the plane settled for our approach here. Look at that view from the flight deck. We'll be on the water shortly, not on the ground. We'll be on the water shortly. On behalf of myself and First Officer Mick, we do appreciate you flying with us this morning. We know when it comes to your water landing needs, you have many choices, and we're glad you picked us today. Welcome to St Tropez. There we go. There's our semi-professional little spiel. Not too shabby. I'm getting better at those, I think. Cheapest flight where I wanted to go. Well, I like to do the little, you know, the pilot sort of, you know, when you're on approach and they give you the update from the cockpit, the flight deck, and, you know, they have that whole, oh, you know, we know you have many choices, and, you know, we're glad you picked us. I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's many choices left anymore, that's for sure. Alright, here we go, folks.
500.
Yep, 500, there we go.
Gears up for water landing.
Yep, the gear is up for water landing, I can assure you. Up. Well, that wasn't too bad. Not too bad for our first water landing. Woohoo! Hey, that was not bad at all. We did it. We did it. Now, I don't know where we would go. Once we landed, I guess we could try to, let's see if we can make our way over this way until we get a thing saying that we're there's got to be like some sort of a, there we go.
Lima Foxtrot Alpha Zulu traffic Dalton 237 is clear of the runway.
Yeah, not too bad for our first water landing, huh? Now I just gotta find the battery switch, which should be... I saw it here before. There it is. All right. Not too shabby. All right. Our first water landing is in the books. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I tried to coast it over the water as long as possible before it set down, so that way we bled off some of the speed. So, yeah. Well, there we are. There's part one. All right, now let's go do a couple things here. So we are going to go back over here. There it is. Look at that. See the circuit. I can see the circuit clearly now. The clouds are gone. Do 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 do. All right, let's change planes real quick as well. There it is. Orbit Airways. All right, and then we are going to go to, I gotta find it again now. I gotta find Nevers. Oh, where's our airport? Right there. Ta-da! St. Jan. Alice 30. Where's it? 33. Right. And our departure. L2. There we go. There's that. And our, we'll just plug that in for 20,000. All right, there we go. So yeah, St. Jan, because there's Nevers. There is there's an airport there, but it doesn't have any kind of localizers or anything. So there's Magny-Cours, there's the track. Like I said, I would have thought there would have been an airport here, but I don't think there is. I think there's plenty of places for them to land their helicopters when they're coming into town for testing or whatever. All right, let's get in the air. Beck said something. Well, take care, Ryan. Beck said something and then retracted it. What did you say, Bex? I don't know, I can't read the retracted message. I think I could only read it if somebody changed their, like if a mod deleted the message, then I could read it as the owner of the channel. Okay, let's take a look here. Where does our expected 8,000 feet? Okay, let's get that. Oh, let's get a few things done first before we forget. Let's get that to nice. And let's get this to... I'm just being me and messaging wrong people again. Oh, Bex. See? You said the other day something like that doesn't happen, does it? 1,000 feet. Alright, turn the landing lights off. We don't need those. Let's get those on. And I think that should be it. All right, let's get in the air, folks.
Marseille Center, orbit 237, is passing 1,900 feet, climbing 8,000 feet. Swiss orbit 237, Marseille Center, altimeter 29.9, continue to MQ604 as planned. Orbit 237, keep speed not above 175 knots.
Well, I don't think we're in any danger of that.
Orbit 237.
Oh, Bex. Messaging the wrong people. I don't know what to think anymore. Let's see if we can... Yep, there's the circuit right there behind us. You know, in racing on it the other day, it seems like it's a much bigger complex. And it's just that they, in the space that they have, they've created this track that they can turn it into kind of almost whatever they want, especially, because a lot of teams do test there. And it's just amazing that that's all within this very narrow space, I think that's just absolutely fascinating that they were able to do that. Nice view of the Mediterranean there. Hello, Chris. How are you? Welcome. You missed the water takeoff and landing just a moment ago.
Stall.
These very sharp takeoffs where we're basically happen to go up in altitude fairly quickly. Yeah, I'll get there. I'm gonna let this plane settle for a moment. We got to get some speed first before we start talking about going up to 14,000 feet. All right, here's what I'll do. I'll dial it in. this on, and we're just going to have a nice gentle climb to 14,000 feet. Oh, I'm good, thanks. I went to town and walked right past Subway. Oh. Bex didn't get her favorite sandwich when she had the chance. That's interesting. I'm doing okay. Just, yeah, that was a very, very short flight, the water takeoff and landing. So I was thinking about it this morning, actually, when I was waking up, that, you know, I knew it was going to be a very quick flight, but I didn't want that to be the only thing that we stream as essentially 20 minutes worth of flying and then say, oh, that's it for today. So, I thought, well, since we did fly right past Castellet yesterday, I thought it would be interesting if we took off from there, kind of a little, a little story. We're taking some race car drivers to near Magny-Cours. So that's what we're up to today. And myself went home and had toast. Oh. So myself and First Officer Mick are your flight crew for today. So, well, not only that, but you could have your sandwich toasted too. That's what I usually do when I go to Subway. I get it toasted. Ooh, a toasted steak and cheese sandwich. Oh, there you go. That does sound good. Get the cheese all melted. There you go. First Officer Mick has spoken. Behave in the back. Mick is not. He'll go back there and open up the back door and just toss you out, parachute or not. Yeah, I do too. I didn't at first, but after I tried it one time, I was like, yeah, this is the best way to have a Subway sandwich. Now, last night I did do a night flight. A few hours after Mick's stream, I think. I popped in and did a flight along the South American coast. And it was interesting, to say the least. I used to in the past, and it might have been before the toasted thing became kind of a big deal. Yeah. So we just flew over Marseille Airport. Alright, so watch as we get a little bit closer to 14, that's when they're going to tell us to go to 20. Any minute now. Mark my words. Here it comes.
Orbit 237 climb and maintain
I knew it!
Climb and maintain flight level 200.
I knew it! I called it. I should go get a lottery ticket. Oh, goodness. Oh, man, sakes alive. It's like I'm reading it from a script or something, you know? I gotta say, that was a lot of fun last night, Mick, in Train Sim with you. That was a really fun time. Really enjoyed that. Lots of laughs. Lots of things being said. The quote-unquote banter. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Oh, I think you would have figured it out, Mick. It's one of those, the AC 4400 especially, is one of those ones that it takes, you know, if you just kind of go around the cab and you're like, oh, well, this was off, I better turn this on, you know. But, nah, it was all good. You did absolutely phenomenal. So... Now we got to get you on the GP38 or the SD40, whichever one it was that you guys were talking about, and get you how to set that one up. And then you just have you have another train that you can, a locomotive you can enjoy. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Exactly. Okay, real quick while we're cruising along here at nearly 20,000 feet. So yeah, we got the Sim Update 6 coming in 3 days. It's Tuesday. So hopefully that's as looking forward to tonight. You never know what's going to happen with you three. Oh yeah. Yeah, good, Mick. Yeah, once you get used to it and you're able to get the train moving, it is a really great route to drive. So yeah, it's a lot more fun once you get it, you know, get familiarized with everything. Then it's absolutely phenomenal to just run through there and just have a nice relaxing journey. So yep, looking forward to Truck Sim tonight, American Truck Simulator, as you explore more of your yet to be discovered parts of America. Hopefully make massive amounts of money. Well, let's be honest, you're going to probably lose a lot of money because the AI is just going to keep wrecking into you. You're barely going to break even. But yep, I will definitely be there for that stream tonight. Looking forward to that. I'll probably be lurking over in the Posh channel as well, as you could see the interior of your truck a little bit better on Twitch than you can on YouTube. Maybe Mbella will make a guest appearance here shortly. It's about that time. Probably eating breakfast right now. Or, well, probably eating pre-breakfast. The breakfast before breakfast. If I know Mbella's probably eating breakfast before breakfast. Yeah, we got a flight tomorrow. Should be a good one. Oh, somebody just messaged me. I can't read it right now because if I pause the game, of course, it's gonna. Oh, I can read it actually. I do have the app on my phone. I did download that just for such situations. Let's see. Yeah, because sometimes I do get messages on Xbox, and I downloaded the app on my phone so I can see the messages, read them, respond to them, whatever. So, because if I do pause the game, that has been known to cause issues. So, yeah. We can collapse this for right now. I know it's way too early in the morning for us to think about a raid in Division 2, if that's which wasn't what he was messaging me about, but one of my group members from Div 2. No, it's way too early for a raid, so not sure if he wants to go gear hunting a little bit later. He's like a mad scientist. He gets some gear and he's like, oh, I want to try to do a hodgepodge of gear together and see how it works. So yeah, we got a flight tomorrow. I forgot where we are going to be. I think I looked it up before the other day. I'll have to... Oh, that's right. We're going from Roanoke Airport to... I had to look at the... to Clark County Regional. I forget where that is. So we will fly out of the airport that I flew out of when I was in Roanoke, Virginia, a few months ago. God, that seems like ages ago, doesn't it? That was like way back in like late June, early July, you know. There's Amela. Hello, Amela. How are you? Good morning. Did you have your breakfast before breakfast? So yeah, we will fly out of Roanoke tomorrow. And I think that's so. I didn't write down what plane, but it'll probably be in the King Air 350i. So, yeah. We'll get the opportunity to fly out of Roanoke tomorrow. Now, yeah, it's going to be kind of dark when we take off. Actually that's okay. We'll get some night flying in. We'll see if we still land in the dark when we get to our destination.
Marseille Center Air France 6016 is passing flight level.
Oh, it's Air France again. Oh.
Air France 6016 Marseille Center, continue as planned.
It's Air France. Oh, Biff, it was Air France again. It's the posh airline. Tut tut and such. We have to stock up on more beluga caviar and Dom Perignon. Oh. Oh, lordy.
Orbit 237, contact Marseille Center on 130.85.
You got it. We can do that.
Going to 130.85, orbit 237. Marseille Center, orbit 237, flight level 200. Orbit 237, Marseille Center, continue as planned.
Oh, I planned on continuing as planned. That's always the plan. Despite what you numpties might say or do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be lurking in the truck sim tonight. Yeah. I've been trying to get my army buddy Eric to pop in and say hello. But he's thus far resisted my invites to pop into the chat. That's okay. Hello, Daniel. Let me guess, you just got back from the chip shop. You figured you'd go to the chip shop first, and then come back and say hi. Nice to see you here, Daniel. So it's fish and chips today and battered sausage tomorrow, I guess. And since your parents are out of town and they'll be back only just in time for dinner time. Well, I'm looking at the time, and usually you go a little afternoon, and it's like half past. So I figured you must have already gone and come back to enjoy your fish and chips. So yeah. So yeah, Mick's got his American Truck Simulator with him and Chris and Pulse tonight. Should be a good one. Looking forward to that. And then tomorrow we will be flying out of Roanoke. Matter of fact, we could look at that flight after we wrap up here. I'm going to ask for 17,000 feet.
Marseille Center, orbit 237. Request 17,000 feet. Orbit 237, descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Descend and maintain 17,000 feet, orbit 237.
Gotta get off the throttle here. Just before us, I went straight to the chip shop. Ah! Yeah. Oh, glad to hear it, Daniel. Yeah, we'll look at tomorrow's flight here after we land in St. Jan. And then Mick and Bex will be on tomorrow. Science Sunday with Astroneer. More stuff to collect, I'm sure. More places to explore still. More science to be done. More holes to fall through, I guess, too. Always gotta be on the lookout for those holes in the ground. You never know.
Marseille Center, orbit 237. Request 14,000 feet. Orbit 237, descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Descend and maintain 14,000 feet, orbit 237.
Yeah, exactly.
Iberia Tree 148, traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level tree 70 generic. Report them in sight. Emirates 210, traffic is 2 o'clock, 3 miles at flight level tree 80 generic. Report them in sight.
I see neither one of them. I don't know where they are, so I can't say anything's in sight.
Iberia Tree 148, have the traffic. Iberia Tree 148, traffic alert. 9 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level tree 70 generic.
Ooh.
Report them in sight.
Uh-oh. Sounds like there's getting ready to be a mid-air collision.
Emirates 210, have the generic in sight. Iberia Tree 148, have the traffic.
You know, it'd be funny if we get Abella to join Chris, Mick, and Pulse on American Truck Simulator. Oh, you know what we haven't asked you in a while, Amilla? How's little Amy doing?
Emirates 210, contact Marseille Center on 124.5. Good day. Marseille Center, orbit 237. Request 8,000 feet. Orbit 237, descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, orbit 237. Iberia Tree 148, contact Marseille Center on 124.5. Good day.
Alright, let's start getting everything ready for landing.
Going to 124.5, Iberia Tree 148.
The lights are on, but nobody's home. Doot 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 doo doo. Alright folks, we've begun our initial descent into St. Jan. Please make sure that you are back in your seats, seatbelts buckled. Don't make First Officer Mick go back there and sort you out. You won't like it, I can guarantee you that. On behalf of myself and First Officer Mick, we do appreciate you flying with us today here in Orbit Airlines. We know you have many options when it comes to your regional passenger services, so we're glad you picked us today. Good luck with your mid-season testing in F1 or whatever you're doing there at Magny-Cours. Good luck to you. And all that and so forth, and expeditiously and whatnot. We'll be on the ground in St. Jan shortly. Good day. There we go. There's your semi-professional sort of spiel. Ta-da. Please do make sure you leave a thumbs up for your flight crew today. It's all greatly appreciated. Oh, I got 5 likes. Oh, well, thank you all. Greatly appreciate that.
Good day. Swiss 2201.
Now, here's going to be the funny part, right? How much you want to bet they're going to tell us to climb and maintain like 14,000 feet? Apologize for the background noise there. Let's see if we get any weird requests to go to some weird sort of altitudes as we we go into our approach there for St. Jan. Wow, the chat went very quiet all of a sudden. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Swiss 208 contact Marseille Center on 124.5. Good day.
Going to 124.5, Swiss 2083.
Lunchtime, hands full of food. Ah, yes, that's true. You guys are eating lunch, and Mello must be eating the second pre-breakfast. I know Daniel's eating his fish and chips. Bex was eating toast. There's no telling what else Bex has gotten into now. Chris is probably trying to sort out his ATS stuff for tonight. Coffee drinking. Ah. Very good. Toast and coffee. That sounds like a Mello's breakfast before breakfast. Yeah, okay, everybody's eating. I'm sitting here just cruising along at 8,000 feet and everybody's stuffing their faces. Oh, that's too funny. That seems kind of odd that... Wait. That background on there just seems kind of weird. I don't know. Oh, I know why, because of all these different farming lands and stuff. Sorry, had to... See? I knew it! I knew it! I don't know why. No, we're not going to even... No. Alright, no, you know what we're going to do? We're gonna comply. This is what we're going to do.
Cleared to Romeo Oscar Alpha Orbit 237.
We're going to dial that in, even though I know it's like the most ridiculous thing for them to request from us. And we're just going to do this. Oop, no, that way. Alright, there you go. There's your climb to 20,000 feet. I'm just going to do a lazy climb up to 20,000. That's what you get. That's what you get from me. I'm going to comply, but I'm not going to like zip up to 20,000 feet and then zip right back down. So, no. That seems to be the new thing now in this simulator. Is you're on approach, you're at your altitude so that you are ready to land, and then it says, "Oh, go back up to your cruising altitude, please and thank you."
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Now it's 10,000 feet.
Orbit 237, descend and maintain 3,700
There we go. I knew it.
Descend and maintain 3,700 feet. Orbit 237.
I don't quite understand why it keeps doing that. It's almost like it expects that we're still within our cruising phase of our flight, even though we've been in our descent phase for some time in preparation for the landing. So I'm hoping that's something that gets fixed here with Sim Update 6, because that is just getting really... but I figure until it gets fixed, if they ask for it, I'm going to dial it in, but I'm just going to do a very slow climb, because eventually it will say, okay, it'll drop those altitude numbers down. So I think as long as I keep doing that, I'll be okay. It's when I ignore it, that's when the radio transmissions get really annoying as well. It's almost like it doesn't want us to start descending until we're past the descent phase of our flight plan. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Orbit 237, keep speed none above 210 knots.
Yeah, we're nowhere near 210 knots.
Orbit 237.
Well, there's a nice little airfield right there.
Orbit
Airport.
237, contact approach on 123.405. Good day. 123.405 orbit 237. Approach orbit 237, 3,700 feet.
Orbit 237, approach altimeter 29.9er. To continue to SN 339 as planned.
Actually, we can just keep the gear up. We'll put the gear down after we make that turn there into the... for our approach. You could talk. Okay, well, here we go. Alright, First Officer Mick has turned on the no numpty sign for the remainder of the flight. He is willing to throw people out the back of the plane here as we come into our approach, so if you feel the need to be numpty, you might as well just go ahead and jump out on your own right now. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today. Hopefully you enjoyed both flights. I did really enjoy the water takeoff and landing. That was fun. First time I think I've ever flown that plane. And certainly the first time I did a flight where we took off and landed on water. We did do a takeoff from water when we did the flight around New York City for 9/11, but we landed at an airport. So, yeah, I think that's something we can certainly look at doing later on again sometime. Do some aerial touring and some nice scenery and some nice water landings. Add that to our repertoire as it is. Excuse me. I did eat earlier. I have very berry Cheerios. They're quite tasty. I do recommend the very berry Cheerios. For your cereal needs. Alright, we can go ahead and get there. Landing gear down now. It is quite yummy. And it's got real fruit. Flavored with real fruits. Yummy. Yummy for my tummy.
Orbit 237, you are 12 miles southeast of St. Ian. Contact tower on 122.3 when inbound.
Tower on 122.3 orbit 237. Tower orbit 237, 12 miles southeast inbound ILS Yankee runway tree right approach.
Orbit 237 tower. Altimeter 29.9 2 and 270 at tree. Cleared ILS Yankee runway tree right approach.
Cleared ILS Yankee
There
runway
we are.
tree right approach orbit 237.
Now we're just waiting on the tractor beam to lock us into the Death Star. Like a very nice area here. Farming and probably pretty quiet. It's like a nice, maybe a nice quiet place to live. Now see, that'd be interesting if in Farm Simulator they have this area and maybe for the crops that you grow, it's all vineyards. Make your own wine. None of that cheap stuff that Sue was talking about last night. Cheap wine and cocktail sausages. Oh, boy. Oh, that was too funny. St. Four. I would like to visit. I've been through France, but I've never really visited France. Maybe be an amazing experience. I don't want to visit. I mean, Paris. It's kind of cliched, but I want to see like the other sides of France. You know, the smaller towns or the less touristy areas. The countryside. There we go. I'd like to see the countryside of France. Be something I'd like to do, you know, just get on the train and go somewhere and then stop off and find like a little bed and breakfast or something like that, and somebody will give you a room for a couple nights and, you know, can explore the town and the countryside and all that. I think that'd be a fascinating trip. Maybe find some mature cheeses for Bex. Maybe some nice French wine for Sue. Maybe some French biscuits for Mick. I don't know. I wonder what if they. I'm sure they have fish and chips there in France. I wonder if there's any minor difference in their fish and chips compared to the UK version. There you go, Daniel. That might be a trip worth taking sometime to go see what the difference is in fish and chips. Alright, autopilot off. Drifted a little bit off there. It's okay, we can correct that ourselves. Oops. Well, there we are, folks. Welcome to St. Jan. On behalf of myself and First Officer Mick, we hope you've enjoyed today's flight.
Orbit 237, exit runway when able. Orbit 237, exit runway when able. Orbit
Yeah, I was
237,
turking.
contact ground on 121.805.
Going to 121.805 orbit 237. Ground Orbit 237 taxi to parking. Orbit 237 taxi
Oh,
to
thank you,
general
Bex.
aviation parking using taxiway Echo Tree Echo. Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Echo Tree Echo Orbit 237.
Quick gate announcement for those of you racing car drivers. You will pick up your helicopters to the Magny Cours circuit on the other side of the terminal complex. Good luck. Yeah. See, when First Officer Mick's in charge, it's calm, you know. He doesn't put up with the numptiness. He's not above kicking people out the plane. So once we park here, we'll we'll have a look at tomorrow's flight real quick and see what we're getting ourselves into out of Roanoke. It's going to be dark when we take off for sure. I know that much. But we'll hopefully have a nice sunrise behind us as we head towards our destination. Or not behind us necessarily. Hopefully we'll have a nice sunrise no matter which way we're heading. Have your t-shirts ready. Oh, these are very interesting looking. Those look like Beechcraft Barons. Why are you parked here in the middle there? Who called the authorities on me again? I thought we had a discussion about that. Quit calling the authorities on me. Well said, Mick. Appreciate that. Did you actually look up the weather for this airport? Oh, you forgot. Make sure you have your sunscreen too. You don't want any sunburns sidelining you. Well, this is kind of a weird... Okay, I'm going to have to swing around here. Well, I guess we could just... oh, sure, why not? Let's just stop right here. Oh, just hoping. Oh, okay. There's a Dair TBM 930 there. So I guess these are just like static aircraft that they've placed around the airport to make it look like there's a lot of people here.
Oral warning, okay.
Whatever. Alright, let's just get the battery off. There we go. 58-minute flight. That's not too bad. Okay. For tomorrow's flights. I thought you actually looked up the weather, Mick. For tomorrow's flight, we are going Roa. Right there, and we are taking off for runway 24. Oops. Right there. And we are heading to right here, Clark Regional. Oh, we're near St. Louis, I think. Winfield. Where did Clark Regional go? Oh, right there. And we're landing at runway 3, RNAV 18. Right there. Oh, that's a 2-hour flight. There we go. Might be a little bit lower after we plug in. Hour 43. There we go. For tomorrow's flight. RNAV 18. Oh, hour 49. And our departure, Dixie 8, Dixie 24, I'm sorry. There we go, hour 50. So that's tomorrow's flight, Roanoke, Blacksburg Regional Airport to Clark Regional. So do join us tomorrow. It should be a nice morning flight. It'll be a little bit dark, but that's okay. Get some nighttime, early morning flying in. And that's going to be it. So I will see you all later. Well, see you tomorrow, but I'll see Mick and company later in American Truck Simulator. Looking forward to that. So I will see you all soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Hope it's a good one for you. Peace. Live long and prosper.